Welcome back, dear friends. Now I'd like to take a look at the virtual machine of BoredHackerBlog social network 2 on the Vulnhub. And I will put the link into the description section below so you can download the image. Before we start our video, if you do not mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. I do appreciate your help and support. So let's get started. To save the time, I have already imported into the VirtualBox, and the IP address of this target or virtual machine has been identified as 254. And I also completed the Nmap scanning. From the Nmap scanning result, as you can see over here, the 3 open ports. The first one is 22, which runs SSH service and the version information. Of course, this version doesn't have any vulnerability, as we know. And the next one is 80, and the third one is 8000. Both of them run HTTP service. So what we are going to do is to do some emulation for the 80 and also the 8000 port. And let's fire our browser and visit this target. So I think this is the login window, and we need to input email and password, but also we can sign up. For example, we can sign like Jason, last name, nickname, we do not need that, password 123456, and 123456. Email, we just leave test.com, and I think that's all required field we need to fill in. And now create account. All right, you must select your gender. Okay, no problem. And married, create account. So now we have already signed in and also sign up our account, and also have already logged in or signed in this website or application. And here, as you can see, can do some search. For example, I can search test as keyword and click search. We could not find any results for these keywords. So maybe this how do I put it, this query or search exists SQL injection vulnerability. And to test or to know whether this is the case, we can use the Burp Suite to intercept the request. But before we launch our Burp Suite, we can set the Fox proxy and use the proxy of the Burp Suite. And the port number is 8080. And now we can launch our Burp Suite. Okay, go next, start up. Now we go to the proxy tab, and we need to enable intercept option. And we can refresh the page, and we have already got the request, and we can copy to file and save to our working directory. And we can set the name as rick.txt. Save, and we can head over to our terminal, and we can use SQL map. Specify the, I think the name of 3 is fine. And now let's hit enter. Yeah. Do you want to reduce the number of requests? No, it's fine. No. Yeah. It looks like the backend DBMS is my circle. Do you want to skip? Do you want to skip test payloads specific for other DBMS? Yes, of course we need to skip. And we can. I think so far we have really know the target exists. SQL vulnerability, injection vulnerability. Sorry. And do you want to keep testing the others? No, we have already got the vulnerable parameter, get parameter, which is query. Do you want to keep testing? No. To save the time. Yeah, we have already know that the target exists, SQL injection vulnerability, and we need to get some information. And first we need to know the database. Yeah, we have already retrieved all database, and I think what we are interested in is this database, and we can specify the database using the option of D and the social network. We can copy and paste in here, and we can enumerate all tables in for this database. Yeah, very quick. And I think we need to get the information of this table, and we can specify the table as users. And we need to first to know or retrieve the columns information for this table. Yeah, there's so many columns, and we are just focusing on the field or column of the password and the email, right? So user email and the user password and the dump. Yeah. Do you want to crack them? No, I do not need. We can crack the password later. Maybe also we can default. No. Yeah, we have already cracked the password. The admin, I think for this use. Yeah, we have already got this user and also the password. The password is also admin. Very simple password. Of course, in the real engagement, you will not encounter such a simple password. Anyway, now we can head over to our browser, and now we can disable the proxy. And now we can log out and log in. The admin, and the email is admin localhost.com, and the password is admin. Login, yeah, we successfully log in as admin, and we can check the major functions of this application. For example, like a friend, request, profile. But as you can see, we can change profile picture. We can upload the image. And of course, we can upload our shell or reverse shell code by this function. And we can copy sorry, I think it's here. Yeah. And we need to make some modifications. Yeah, we need to change the IP address to our Kali Linux. which is 206. And I always change the port number to 555 and write and quit. And now we can go to this upload image. We can browse and we can navigate to our working directory, which is socketnet 2. And we can select this file, open, and upload image. But also we need to set up the listener. And we can refresh the page. Now we have already got the reverse shell which connected from the target. And we can make this, we can check the version of the Python. Yeah, Python 2 exists, sorry. And import pty module. Now we are in the normal bash shell, and we can go to the home directory, go to the socknet. Yeah, I think now what we need to do is to innovate our privilege, and we can use the Metasploit to help us on this. But before we use the Metasploit, we need to upgrade our reverse shell to the Metapredator, right? And we can open up a new tab and go to our working directory and use the Series-Vulnhub. Yeah. And this will generate the payload which can be executed on the target later, and then we can upgrade the shell to the Metapredator. Of course, the port number should be different from the original port number, which is 555. And I think now everything is fine. We just hit enter, and now we'll generate the payload. Of course, this payload, the payload type is ELF, which means executable on the Linux environment. Yeah, now we have already generated this payload, and we need to upload this payload onto the target. This is very simple. We can use the Python HTTP server to set up the web server. And now we can go back to our terminal. We can change directory to the temp directory. We can use wget to download the escalate. Yeah, no problem. We can make this file executable, escalate ELF. Okay, before we run or execute this file, we need to set up the handler, and we can open up a new tab. SOC and MSF console, and let's launch the Metasploit, and we select the handler module and set up the listener, and then yeah, very quick, use the exploit multi handler, and we need to change the payload type, and this payload should be the same as this one. We can copy and show options, and we can set a local host to our Kali Linux and set the local port as, and this also should be the same as this one, which is 6666. Okay, show options again. I think everything is fine. We have already configured all required fields, and let's run. Now started reverse TCP handler, and we need to head over to our terminal of the target, and we can execute this file, this payload. Now we have already got the interpreter session. We can background this interpreter, and we can search the suggester, and we can use this post exploitation module, and we can show options for this module. I think there is only one field we need to set. The session number just one, because now we have just only one session, and I think run. And this module will collect local exploits for the target. Yeah, it's collecting exploits from the target. And then it will do some check to select appropriate exploit. In other words, select the exploit which will work with the most possibility. Yeah, we have already got this module name, because the result or the conclusion has been drawn on. Oh, there's some errors, but it's fine. I'm not sure, because maybe the issue is coming from my Kali Linux environment, and we need to wait for this to be completed. Yeah, now we have ready. I think we have ready. Yeah, we can use this module, and we can show options. And we can set the local host to our Kali Linux, and we need to specify local port, the different local port, to like 888. And also we need to set a session, because now just one session. We set the session number as 1. I think everything is well enough to go, and then we can hit run. Yeah, the target is vulnerable. Yeah, interpreter session has opened, so it means we successfully got the second interpreter with root privilege. And sorry about the rubbish message, but I think we can go to the shell. Yeah, ID. Now we are the root. We can make this interactive. Yeah, now we can go to the root directory. Yeah, so I think for this virtual machine we do not need to retrieve the root flag, but anyway, we have already gone into the root shell. Okay, that's all I'd like to demonstrate in this video, and I hope this video can bring some values for you. And if you do not mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. Thank you. Bye. See you in the next one.